A lot of people often struggle to find time for reading. You can read a lot of books through a productive speed reading, but most of the time, the problem with not thoroughly planning what you should read makes you read books that are not or are barely useful for you at all. Most books that you may read are only slightly useful, if not entirely useless and not valuable in your life. Sometimes, a lot of books that you are interested in contain almost the same identical information and values that when you finish your current read, you regret reading it at all since it contains the same things as the last one you read. That is why you need to know what books you should read in order to save your time from reading all the wrong books. In order to save you some time, I'm gonna be sharing with you what books you need to read, and if you're not fond of books entirely, these books can be considered as books you will ever need to read in your life. Over the past lengthy years, I've read all sorts of books. They vary in topics, values, and knowledge left to the readers. I've read books about how to make money efficiently, how to negotiate, and many more topics. I dare say, in this video, that out of all the books I've read, considered amounting to hundreds and thousands, I can summarize all of them into just 5 books that I will be talking about in this video. You might be wondering about what's really special about these books. Well, these books are not just books that deliver information. They also teach you how to apply the given information in real life. I would go as far as saying that if you don't read these books, you're missing out on a lot of helpful values and knowledge in your life. You will suffer and waste your time on things that you can easily avoid if you don't read them. Hi, welcome back to Grayson Finance. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a book that will give significant change in your life. Number 1. Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power. Personally, I can attest that this book in particular will have a significant impact on your life once you've finished reading it. I know for a fact, however, that people usually view this book in a negative way, with a few people regarding this book as something of a pure level of evil. Whether you like it or not, however, this book can be considered one of the best books ever written about social intelligence. This book generally teaches you about how to deal with people, how to be able to have them like, respect, admire, and other wonderful social things. At a baseline, this book teaches you how to make people do what you want and make them see you however you want to be viewed. You might be surprised about why a book about social intelligence is here, and isn't a business book more important than this one? The answer to that question is a big no. Business can be quite a simple thing to do, to be honest. To be in business, you need to get a product and be able to sell it. In order to sell that particular product, however, you need to read this book, because this book will teach you exactly how to do that. It will teach you how to convince people and how to negotiate with them, as well as other things you need to know in order to sell that product. Generally, the lessons that you can get from this book are not just about business. It's about everything you need to know in dealing with people in certain situations and circumstances that go hand in hand with everything to do with business. Number 2. Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This book by Robert Kiyosaki is especially influential in my life personally. Reading this book will make you change your views about money and wealth entirely. You might be the kind of person who is always interested in money but is unable to think of ways to achieve being wealthy. If you don't read this book, you might be left wondering how to achieve being wealthy for the rest of your life without any chance to succeed. This book will generally help you realize a good plan to achieve being wealthy. Don't get me wrong, the book's content isn't about telling you specific ways to earn money. Instead, it talks about changing your mindset and your understanding of money, business, job, and others for the better. Most of you may already be sick of being lectured or taught about changing mindsets by books that you've read, but hear me out. Changing your views about money will make you start seeing things differently in a lot of ways. Instead of getting a job, you will see yourself finding a way to achieve financial freedom. In order to grasp the entire idea being conveyed in this book, you need to read it multiple times. If you're really serious about achieving financial freedom, this book is a must-read for you. Number 3. Robert Greene's Mastery. This book is actually very unique. If you don't know what to do with your life or are currently unmotivated to do anything, then this book is the perfect read for you. This book will guide you to find out what your passion is and master and take charge of it. You need to master something in order to achieve a certain level of success. What usually happens is that when you're passionate about something, you start doing that passion, but you don't see any favorable results at the end of the day. With the unfavorable results you've achieved, you will start to lose motivation about your passion. This book will particularly tell you what went wrong and will teach you how to avoid that. If you only have to read one book out of the first 3, then this book is on top priority. The books discussed so far in this video give you lessons about how to achieve the material success that most people are usually aiming for. It will teach you about fame and money more than anything else. However, there is a different kind of success that is more important than achieving any financial goal in your life, and that's internal satisfaction. Ask yourself, what is really the absolute goal of your life? Why do you need a lot of money? Why do you need to gain mastery? Why do you need to have good relations with other people? What is really the final goal for all of your efforts and other goals collectively? Well, the answer is simple. The end goal is happiness. Whatever micro goal you are working to achieve in your life, the macro and end goal should always be your happiness, and it should be prioritized more than anything. The fact that you feel happiness makes you successful already, and that's the most important thing that you should pursue. You don't need money to achieve happiness, nor do you become happy when you become very wealthy. To help highlight this topic about the most important goal in your life, I will suggest 2 more books to read. These books contain a more spiritual topic, and I personally believe that it is more important than any other book mentioned beforehand. First, Senecas on the Shortness of Life. Reading this book will make you change your views about life completely. This book will help you appreciate every little thing that is going on in your life every day. You will start to be thankful for every little thing, even the fact that right now you're breathing will make you thankful. You will start to pay attention to little things and appreciate their importance or value. You will realize that even small things that you usually don't pay attention to are things that you can actually live without. After reading this book, you will start to become more self-aware and hold your time in life more valuable than you've ever held them before. Second, Jon Kabat-Zinn's Mindfulness for Beginners. Basically, this book is about Stoicism. It's concise, practical, and simple. Its aim is to also enrich your spirituality, but in the form of a beautifully summarized book. If you're looking for a quick but enlightening read, this is the one for you. Books have a way to impact our lives and enrich our souls. They're one of the best ways to find yourself, your philosophies, and your passions. So if you've got the time, spend it on yourself and cozy up to one of these books. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to press like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to keep you posted on new exciting videos.